Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So we previously read chapter 2. If you haven't seen that one, go check it out. Also, if you're new here, go down, click the subscribe button, and turn on post notifications so you get every chapter. So, right now we're on chapter 3. Let's see if I can't find, there we go. Okay, here we go. We pull off for food and gas and new phones. We go to a truck stop where we eat meatloaf and macaroni and cheese, which is one of the few things that Henry acknowledges as being superior to anything we had on Lorraine. As we eat, he creates new documents on his laptop using our new names. He'll print them when we arrive, and as far as anyone will know, we'll be who we say we are. You sure about John Smith, he says. Yeah, you were born in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I laugh. How did you come up with that? He smiles and motions towards the two women sitting a few booths away. Both of them are extremely hot. One of them is wearing a t-shirt that reads, "We do it better in Tuscaloosa." And that's where we're going next, he says. As weird as it may sound, I hope we stay in Ohio for a long time. Really? You like the idea of Ohio? I like the idea of making some friends, of going to the same school for more than a few months, of maybe actually having a life. I started to do it in Florida. It was sort of great, and for the first time since we've been on Earth, I felt almost normal. I want to find somewhere and stay somewhere. Henry looks thoughtful. Have you looked at your scars today? No. Why? Because this isn't about you. This is about the survival of our race, which was almost entirely obliterated, and about keeping you alive. Every time one of us dies, every time one of you, the guard, dies, our chances diminish. You're number 4. You're next in line. You have an entire race of vicious murderers hunting you. We're leaving at the first sign of trouble, and I'm not going to debate it with you. Henry drives the entire time. Between breaks and the creation of new documents, it takes about 30 hours. I spend most of the time napping or playing video games. Because of my reflexes, I can master most of the games quickly. The longest it has taken me to beat any of them is about a day. I like the alien war and space games the best. I pretend I'm back on Lorraine, fighting Mogadorians, cutting them down, turning them to ash. Henry thinks it's weird and tries to discourage me from doing it. He says we need to live in the real world, where war and death are reality, not pretend. As I finish my latest game, I look up. I'm tired of sitting in the truck. The clock on the dash reads 7:58. I yawn, wipe my eyes. How much further? We're almost there, Henry says. It is dark out, but there is a pale glow to the west. We pass by farms with horses and cattle, then barren fields, and beyond those, it's trees as far as the eye can see. This is exactly what Henry wanted, a quiet place to go unnoticed. Once a week, he scours the internet for 6, 7, 8 hours at a time to update the list of available homes around the country that fits his criteria. Isolated, rural, immediate availability. He told me it took 4 tries, 1 call to South Dakota, 1 to New Mexico, 1 to Arkansas, until he had a rental where we're going to live now. A few minutes later, we see scattered lights that announce the town. We pass the sign that reads, "Welcome to Paradise, Ohio. Population, 5,243. Wow, I say, this place is even smaller than where we stayed in Montana. Henry is smiling. Who do you think it's paradise for? Cows, maybe? Scarecrows? We pass by an old gas station, a car wash, and a cemetery. Then the houses begin. Clapboard houses spaced 30 or so feet apart, Halloween decorations hanging in the windows of most of them. A sidewalk cuts through small yards leading to the front door. A traffic circle sits in the center of the town, and in the middle of it is a statue of a man on horseback holding a sword. Henry stops. We both look at it and laugh. Though we were laughing because we hope no one else with swords ever shows up here. He continues around the circle, and once we're through it, the dashboard GPS system tells us to make a turn. We begin heading west, out of town. We drive for 4 miles before turning left onto a gravel road, then past open-cut fields that are probably full of corn in the summer, then through a dense forest for about a mile, and then we find it, tucked away in an overgrown vegetation, a rusted silver mailbox, with black lettering painted on the side of it that reads 17 Old Mill Road. The closest house is 2 miles away, he says, and turning, weeds grow through the gravel drive, which is littered with potholes filled with tawny water. He comes to a stop and turns off the truck. Whose car is that? I ask, nodding to the black SUV Henry has just parked behind. I'm assuming it's the real estate agent. The house stands silhouetted by the trees. In the dark, there is an eerie look to it. Like whoever last lived in it was scared away, or driven away, or ran away. I get out of the truck, the engine ticks, and I can feel the heat coming off of it. I grab my bag from the bed and stand there holding it. What do you think? Henry asks. The house is 1 story, wooden clapboard. Most of the white paint has been chipped away. One of the front windows is broken. The roof is covered with black shingles that look warped and brittle. 3 wooden stairs lead to the small porch covered with rickety chairs. The yard itself is long and shaggy. It's been a very long time since the grass was last mowed. It looks like paradise, I say. We walk up together. As we do, a well-dressed blonde woman around Henry's age comes out of the doorway. She's wearing a business suit and is holding a clipboard and a folder. A BlackBerry is clipped to the waist of her skirt. She smiles. Mr. Smith? Yes, says Henry. I'm Annie Hart, the agent from Paradise Realty. We spoke on the phone. I tried calling you early, but your phone seemed to be turned off. Yes, of course. The battery unfortunately died on the way here. Oh, I just hate it when that happens, she says, and walks towards us and shakes Henry's hand. She asks me my name, and I tell her, though I'm tempted, as I always am, to just say 4. As Henry signs the lease, she asks me how old I am and tells me she has a daughter at the local high school about my age. She's very warm and friendly and clearly loves to chat. Henry hands the lease back, and the 3 of us walk into the house. Inside, most of the furniture is covered with white sheets. Those aren't covered are coated with a thick layer of dust and dead insects. The screens in the windows look brittle to the touch, and the walls are covered with cheap plywood paneling. There are 2 bedrooms, a modest-sized kitchen with lime green linoleum, 1 bathroom. The living room is large and rectangular. Situated at the front of the house, there's a fireplace in the far corner. I walk through and toss my bag on the bed of the smaller room. There is a huge fitted poster of a football player wearing a bright orange uniform. He's in the middle of a throwing pass, and it looks like he's about to be crushed by a massive man in a black and gold uniform. It says, Bernie Kosar, quarterback, Cleveland Browns. Come and say goodbye to Miss Hart, Henry yells from the living room. Miss Hart is standing at the door with Henry. She tells me I should look for her daughter at school. That maybe we could be friends. I smile and say yes. That would be nice. After she leaves, we immediately start unpacking the truck. Depending on how quickly we leave a place, we either travel very lightly, meaning the clothes on our back, Henry's laptop, and the intricately carved loric chest that goes everywhere with us. Or we bring a few things. Usually Henry's extra computers and equipment, which he uses to set up a security perimeter and search for the web for news and events that might be related to us. This time we have the chest, the two high-powered computers, 4 TV monitors, and 4 cameras. We also have some clothes, though not many of the clothes we wore in Florida are appropriate for life in Ohio. Henry carries the chest to his room, and we lug all of the equipment into the basement, where he'll set it up so no visitors will see it. Once everything is inside, he starts placing the cameras and turning on the monitors. We won't have internet here until the morning, but if you want to go to school tomorrow, I can print all of your new documents for you. If I stay, will I have to help you clean this place and finish the setup? Yes. I'll go to school, I say. Then you better get a good night's sleep. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you go down, click the subscribe button, also turn on post notifications, so you get the latest updates, for the I Am Number 4 series. And thank you for being here. Have a good day, guys.